Hello guys, welcome back to Tech and Unbox with Anas. Today video we will discuss about non-static method and members of non-static like variables, methods, and non-static initializer or non-static block. Also, we will discuss constructors of non-static and we'll discuss about the characteristics of non-static method variables in Java. So, before wasting the time, let's start the video.
So basically, we were discussed about the non-static method, the non-static members, or the members of non-statics like non-static variables, non-static method, non-static initializer, or non-static block. Also, we have constructors of non-static and the characteristics of non-static variables, non-static method, and non-static initializer or non-static block. So let's discuss one by one. So the first one is what is the members of non-static? So basically, if members of a class, see means inside of class, whatever the members we have like variables, methods, initializer, block. So that not prefix with static, that not prefix with static means it's not annotated with the static keyword. Then it is known as a non-static members. So, members of non-statics. What are the members in non-static is? So, first point is not. So, non-static members are also known as instance variables. Very careful about this. So, people are much confusion about the what is the instance members, instance method, instance variables. So, just not a big thing, just a non-static members, also known as a instance members. What means if you have a variables, if you have a method that is also called as an instance method or instance variables. So the members of this non-static is the non-static variables, non-static method, non-static initializer, or non-static block. Also, we have a constructor. So let's discuss one by one. So the first one is non-static variables. So the definition of the non-static variables similar to the non-static numbers. That is, if a variable is not prefixed with static and it is created within the class, means within the class, in the same class, if your variable is not prefixed with static, means your variable is not annotated as static, is non or class block is known as a non-static variables. If you not understanding this, don't worry about it. I just take the one example here. See, here we have example of int number is equal to 88. So if this number is present inside the class, let's suppose that here if we have a class, inside of class block, we have a int number is equal to 88. This is called as a non-static variables. If your variable is annotated or prefixed with static, this is a static, okay. Prefixed with static, then it is not known as a non-static variable. It is considered as a static variable. That's what is the next one is a non-static method. The definitions of the non-static method as similar as the variables and non-static members. If a method is not prefixed with static keyword, then it is known as a non-static method. Means your method should not be annotated or prefixed with static keyword. Next one is characteristics of non-static method. So the first one is a non-static method are accessed by using the object reference. Means object reference means if you whatever the method you are creating using the uh, without the static keyword, that method you can access by using the object creations. First, create the object, and by using that object, you have to call that method. That is the characteristics. First characteristics is saying. Next one is it is mandatory to create object for the class. Access to the non-static method means if you have multiple non-static method or non-static method and you want to call those method, for that you have to mandatory to create the object to call your static method. So this is the characteristics of non-static. Also, we have a non-static method used to represent behavior of an object. See, this is the point which the interviewer asked. If you answered only this, you will be impress your interviewer. Non-static method used to represent the behavior of an method or object. So behavior is what? Behavior is the actions. Means what your method actions do. That is called the behavior. And also object have a property that is also come inside the method. What are the property of your object? Objects like a pen, a car, book, whatever. So suppose we have a pen. Pen have a color. Pen have a action that is a writing. So that is called as a static represent of behavior of an object. Next one is non-static initializer or non-static block. If a block is not prefixed static and it is created within the class, then is known as a non-static block or initializer. So here we have an example of syntax, and we have a block. This is a syntax block, and inside of blocks we have instructions. Instructions means whatever the method you're uh, doing is called as a instructions. So as you can see, this block is not annotated as a static. Means here the static is not written. That is why it's considered as a non-static initializer or non-static block. Let's let's talk about the characteristics of non-static initializer. So the first characteristics of non-static initializer is a non-static block are executed once for every object creation. That means whenever you're creating the object in the running time, that uh, non-static block are executed once for every object creation. If a class contains multiple non-static blocks, then all the non-static blocks executed from top to the bottom during object creation. When you are running a program and that object is created and every block or method will be executed once. So next one is non-static block are non-static callable members. We can call those members which represent the non-static block. So, so next one is static constructs. A lot of people is confused here. Uh, what is the static context? Don't worry about it. If you are not understanding the theoretical part, don't worry about. I will explain with the practical example. A static construct refers to area of class means the refers to area of class where your class block is started. That is called the area of class. Where only static members, variables, method are and blocks are accessible. Means we cannot access the non-static block in the static constructs. If you want to access for that, you have to create the object inside that block, is static block. Includes a static method and static block. A static context does not have access to instance non-static member directly. We have to create the method object to access the instance of the non-static members. To access non-static members in a static context, an instance of the class must be created. What do you mean by that? So if you want to access the non-static member inside the static method or block, you have to create the object. The instance means the object of non-static object. So next one is a non-static context. We have a non-static context refers to area of a class where you can access static and non-static members are accessible. That is the beauty of non-static context. This includes instance method, instance block, and constructor. So instance method is also called as a non-static method, non-static block. And the key point of the non-static context, non-static context can directly access both static and non-static members by name. You don't have to create an instance object. A static context cannot access non-static members directly. This is the difference between the static context and non-static context. A static context cannot access non-static members directly. To understand the static context, we just take one example. See, accessing a non-static variable inside the static method. So let's suppose we have a static method. Okay, static void display. Okay, display is a method map, and have that method want to access non-static variable. Let's suppose we have one variable that is a non-static int is equal to 10. This is the non-static variable. Variable. So if I want to this directly inside, let's suppose yes, oh, if this is out, uh, none. Okay, and none. See, we are getting the error headline. Cannot make a static reference to the non-static field. If we want to reference access, we need to create the object of class. So let's suppose a static method. This is our class name, static method. Uh, as is equal to new static, sorry, uh, static method. And after creating this, we can access by using object reference as dot num. See, now we will get the numbers inside the static method. This is the our static method. Static method. Also, we have to call this. So main method is needed, and then display and we semicolon and run this program. See, we will get the 10. So the theory of the our static context is now valid. Now you can understand how the static context access the non-static variables. You can also access the method inside of static method. So let's take one more example. Now what we are doing, accessing a non-static method inside the static method. So let's take first method is non-static method void show. And so what we are typing here is out inside non-static method. Okay, so that access inside the to take one more method that is refers to the static void call flow call flow call so, and we want to access the uh, non-static method. Let's see, if I want to access this inside the static method, so what you need to do, you just basically the people what we do, just typing this and end with simple. And there's like why it's not working. They're scratching their head and multiple times. Why? Because if you want to access that method inside of a static, you have to create the object. So let's take an object of static method, not too much long name, as equal to new static method. And we say see our method, our object reference is created. A static method as is equal to the static method. Now, if I want to call the method as dot show, see now we will call that method. So for your understanding, I just write some comments. See, so for your understanding, I just write the comments. So this is the static method, static void call flow. So this is the static method. You can write here the static method. Okay. And the show, as you can see, the show is throwing the error. So what kind of error it's showing? The error cannot access a non-static method directly. So our error is cannot access a non-static method directly. So what we need to do, we just create the instance of a class or the object of the class. The static method as is equal to new static method, creating an instance object and as dot show to calling the our non-static method inside the static method, that is a call non-static method. If I want to run this, we just need a main method and call the our method call low call so, and let's run it and see what will happen. See, our program is run it fine. Inside a non-static method will execute. I hope you will understand how non-static method will access inside the static method. The people is very confused about this point. Thank you for watching Tech and Box with Anas. Before you go, let's subscribe my channel for more informative videos.